Some criminals spend their lives hiding from the law, but only a few manage to hide from history itself. This is the story of a man known by a name that still chills Europe, the Butcher of Lyon, a Nazi officer responsible for torture, terror, and mass murder who vanished after the war and lived freely for decades. Our story begins in 1942 when Nazi forces occupied France. A ruthless officer is sent to Lyon, a city known for its strong resistance movement. His mission is simple: destroy it. He launches a reign of fear, interrogations, torture, deportations, thousands of innocent men, women, and children targeted. Resistance fighters called him the most dangerous man in the country. Victims knew him by a different name, the Butcher. But the war didn't last forever. When Germany collapsed, he fled. While many Nazis were hunted down, he slipped through the cracks, using forged documents and new identities. And then something almost unbelievable happened. He was hired by the intelligence services of the very nations that defeated the Nazis. To these agencies, he wasn't a criminal. He was a valuable tool. He knew Soviet networks. He knew smuggling routes. He knew how to infiltrate resistance groups. Instead of facing justice, he was protected. Eventually, he fled to South America, living under a new name. He married, raised a family, ran a business, and created an entirely new life. All while the families of his victims waited for answers. In Europe, his name was spoken only in whispers. In South America, he walked the streets in broad daylight. But secrets don't stay buried forever. By the 1970s, activists and Nazi hunters traced him to a quiet South American town. And once exposed, the pressure grew. Governments negotiated, protested, investigated, until the day he was finally captured and returned to France. The trial that followed shocked the world. Survivors testified publicly for the first time. Their stories brought an entire nation to tears. For decades, they had lived with silence. Now they could finally speak the truth. The Butcher of Lyon was sentenced to life in prison. He had spent over 30 years running from history, but history eventually caught up with him. This story is a reminder that justice may be slow, but it never forgets. Some people can hide from the law, but no one can hide from the past forever.